Join me as I take on the challenge of living in the middle of nowhere for a week. Let's see what kind of hilarious situations I can get myself into. Living in a remote area can be a real adventure. And I'm not just talking about the breathtaking scenery or the peaceful atmosphere. I'm talking about the ridiculous, laugh-out-loud moments that only come with living in the middle of nowhere. You know, the kind of stuff that city folks just wouldn't understand. From the outside, living in a rural area might seem like a breeze. I mean, there's no traffic, no noise pollution, and no crowds. But let me tell you, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. For one, amenities are limited. If you need something, you've got to be prepared to drive for hours to get it. And if you're like me, you'll probably forget what you needed in the first place once you're halfway there. And then there's the issue of internet connectivity, or should I say the lack thereof. I've spent hours trying to upload a single video, only to have it fail miserably. It's like the internet is playing a cruel joke on me. And don't even get me started on the wildlife. I mean, I love animals, but when they start showing up at your doorstep uninvited, it's a whole different story. Like the time I woke up to find a deer munching on my garden, or the time I accidentally set my trash cans on fire trying to shoo away a raccoon. Yeah, it's been a real zoo out here. But the struggles don't stop there. Sometimes the simplest tasks become epic adventures. Like the time I tried to order groceries online, only to find out that the delivery truck got stuck in the mud on the way to my house. Or the time I had to navigate through a muddy swamp just to get to the nearest post office. It's like the universe is conspiring against me to make my life more interesting. Despite all the challenges, I've learned to laugh at myself and find the humor in even the most frustrating situations. Like the time I tried to cook a frozen pizza in the microwave and ended up setting off the fire alarm. Or the time I accidentally superglued my shoes to the floor during a DIY project. Yeah, it's been a real laugh riot out here. But one moment that really takes the cake is when I tried to host a backyard barbecue and ended up setting the neighbor's barn on fire. I mean, it was a total accident, but the looks on their faces were absolutely priceless. We all ended up having a good laugh about it, and it turned out to be one of the most memorable nights I've had out here. Living in the middle of nowhere might not be for everyone, but it's definitely given me a unique perspective on life. And despite all the challenges, I've learned to appreciate the little things and find humor in even the most mundane tasks. So if you're thinking of making the move to a rural area, just remember to pack your sense of humor. It's essential for survival. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride, guys. If you've got any funny stories about living in remote areas, be sure to share them in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content, and maybe a few laughs along the way.